Hello everyone, thanks for having me. My name is Leo, I work for Wirecard. So let me start with a question to understand how familiar you are with Wirecard as a company. Raise your hand if you've heard of Wirecard before. Okay, I would say that's roughly 50%, which is good. Let's make sure at the end of this session everyone in the room knows what we're actually doing. So I will, for the next 15 minutes, speak about plumbing 2.0 and smart payment pipes. Someone was referring to dumb pipes this morning, financial services and banks becoming dumb pipes. I would like to give a different view on it and speak about smart pipes and how basically Wirecard supports fintechs, banks, and also non-bank players to innovate and stay ahead of the curve with regards to competition. All right, so I think we can all agree that financial services are facing several challenges from different sides. Whether it's the regulatory environment changing, whether the technological side of things is moving very quickly, regulators, changing customer habits, behaviors, and expectations, all of these are really putting the banks and financial service providers as such under tremendous pressure. And this is why all financial services companies really need to make sure to constantly innovate in order to stay competitive. And this is where Wirecard basically comes into the game and can help banks, fintechs, and also non-bank players that want to move into financial services to leverage our technology and our licenses in order to stay innovative. So, in a world of open banking and PSD2, there's a fierce battle now going on around the customer interface. Everyone wants to own the customer interface, and financial institutions really need to basically think where they want to position themselves from a strategic perspective. And I like to basically differentiate and cluster this into three different models how banks can react facing those pressures that I was referring to before. The first one would be the best-in-class approach. So here, the bank or financial service provider really focuses on one very narrow, niche financial service and really gets this one right. Makes it cheaper, digital, more transparent, and really slick from a customer perspective. I think a good example for this would be TransferWise, for instance, which has done exactly that for remittance or moving money across borders from A to B. The second approach is the marketplace approach. Hereby, the financial institution recognizes that you cannot be best in class at everything. So logically, what do, you open up and you integrate third-party services into your ecosystem, thereby capturing the customer in your universe and making sure he can basically draw on all the different best-in-class financial services that are out there in the market. The last model, and probably the one that the media and the press and also the general public pays least attention to, is the utility approach. The utility approach is about facilitating core infrastructure to third parties and making sure that they can innovate on top of this and take care of the customer front end and distribution. And this is exactly where Wirecard has found its sweet spot. We are the prime example of a utility financial services company. In essence, we are a technology company with a banking license. So in Germany, we have a full banking license. We also operate 2 e-money licenses in Europe. Both of these, or the 3 of these, are principal members of Visa and MasterCard. But unlike most big banks, we don't actually have any direct end customer relationships. So even though from a licensing perspective, we could be offering all the services that the large incumbent banks have to offer, we utilize this license in a completely different way. And how do we do this? We basically let partners piggyback on our licenses and on our technology in order to innovate and offer state-of-the-art financial services to the general public. And this is why we're almost invisible to the end customer, although millions of customers are on our platforms and using our financial licenses. Now, let me dive a little bit deeper into what I mean with financial licenses. As you can see here, we are a truly global player with a multitude of acquiring and issuing licenses, principal memberships of Visa and MasterCard across the globe. As mentioned, in Europe, we have 2 e-money licenses and a banking license. All of them are principal members of Visa and MasterCard, but we also cover a lot of other jurisdictions and countries with our licenses, which we then facilitate to our partners. In addition, we operate a very modern technology stack on both card issuing and card acquiring. Everything is based on modern APIs. We provide a developer portal that is publicly available, and to our partners we provide dedicated project management support from the very start of any project to the very end. We're obviously also constantly trying and thriving to make our payment pipes, as I like to call them, smarter, faster, and better. So we're bringing everything to the cloud this year. We're trying to leverage big data more and more. And as you will see, our USP is really to provide end-to-end solutions to fintechs, banks, and non-bank players. So when I say technology, what do I actually mean? As you can see here on the slide, everything that is blue is an element or a building block of the payments value chain that Wirecard can cover in-house. So we are an acquiring bank, as mentioned before, an issuing bank, an issuing and an acquiring processor, a merchant gateway, and through this ecosystem that we control end-to-end in-house with no third-party providers, we can offer everything from end-to-end solutions to very modular pieces that our partners require. So whether you want to launch a neobank based on our license and on our technology, whether you just want to accept card payments in order to load money into your e-money account because you are a regulated entity yourself, or whether you just want BIN sponsorship services and no technology whatsoever, we can really offer it all because the technology and the platform is set up in a very modular way, and that way you can really leverage whatever you need based on your requirements. This is where we stand. Just a few facts and figures. We were founded in '99, so 20 years now in the market. Because we are a white label solution provider, a lot of players use us, but a lot of customers still don't know us. We have revenues of 2 billion in 2018 and have now roughly 5,500 employees globally, with our headquarters in southern Germany, in Munich. Now, to put a few, let's say, names on the paper, who we typically tend to work with, and some real use cases. In Europe, we work with around 50 plus fintechs and banks that are already operating on our licenses and technology. All of these in different flavors and forms, so none of the solutions provided is equal. All of them leverage this modularity that I was referring to, and hence the solutions are very tailor-made and very bespoke, but always based on the same capabilities, the same licenses, and the same technology. So a couple of the names here you will know. We work with Twisto here from the CEE region, with Revolut as well. We also acted as an accelerator for growth for a couple of the really big names like N26, Monzo, and so on. And yeah, overall, we see a lot of tremendous activity in the CEE region. This is why we also now becoming more visible here, coming to conferences in order to really tap into the fintech ecosystem, connect with the local community here, talk to the new fintechs that are emerging in Poland, in the Baltics, in Czech Republic, and so on, and helping them, supporting them with their innovative ideas and approaches. So whether you are here from a bank and you would like to talk to us about how we can help you bring innovation into your card portfolio, or whether you are a fintech, regulated fintech or non-regulated fintech, we would be thrilled to speak to you, understand what kind of products and solutions you would like to bring to the Polish or CEE market, and see whether we can support you and make sure we bring your solution to market much quicker than if you had to build all of this on your own in-house, become PCI compliant, become a principal member yourself. All of these services can be provided by us, and that way we can guarantee you to go to market much, much quicker. So this is, in a nutshell, what we do. I hope this was useful to you and you have a slightly better understanding and view of how Wirecard supports fintechs with white label solutions. I am around here until the end of the day with a couple of my colleagues. Feel free to reach out to us online via email or on LinkedIn or physically, as long as the conference lasts. Thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you, Leo.